I'm struggling to hang on to her. Heading over to Thursday Island for the day. Not the smoothest ride.
Now running the crop.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Oh, yeah, a few tenders. Really? So this is the Quetta Memorial Church, which is actually open. I must be doing some maintenance, but I'm going to go across to the supermarket.
The Quetta All Souls Memorial Cathedral was built in the early 1900s, named in remembrance of those who perished on board the Quetta that sank in 1890. On the walls of the church is a porthole recovered in 1906 and the life ring that was found washed up on Albany Island. Several of the benchtops in the church are made from the stonework recovered from the wreck.
So that is actually the stern light from the Quetta.
Yeah.
So this is the Australia's top pub, named because it is the most northern pub in Australia.
A short walk up behind the main township is the Green Hill Fort. Built between 1891 and 1893 as part of Australia's defence against a possible Russian invasion. It was decommissioned sometime in 1927 before being reactivated during World War II and was used as a signals and wireless station.
We're just going through a channel and we're hitting about 25 to 30 knots of wind.
Oh, it's coming!
We have got the small Genoa just tiny out and second reef because we've got to get through here and the motor's going. Bit of a bugger. This is what I hate. Wind on the nose and salt water over the nicely fresh boat. So now it's going to be salty. Be shitty.
It's barely 2 knots from there, mate. Morning, it's day 46 of our journey around Australia. We're just departing from Port Musgrave, which is just north of WWII on the Gove Peninsula, and heading across for a 2-night passage to Gove in Northern Territory. So we're all loaded up, bread's on the make.
Yep, making bread, all the tenders tied up.
So tender's all set and we're ready to head off. Alley Cat's on its way, getting its head start. So we don't just rely on the lifting mechanism of the dinghy on the blocks. If that was to fail, it would all drop in. So we have secondary ropes put through, and we go right around the boat and the handles, and obviously it's braced forward and aft as well to stop any sideways shear motion. And it's a big rope macrame, but the last thing we want is it falling off halfway in a passage at 2 in the morning in a windstorm and a big blow. So the other boats are just about ready to go. We've all checked off, we're all good. Time to head off. Okay, we're ready to go. It's time to fire up.
Good.
Good to go.
one of our lifelines that we've run to the front. We've got one either side so we can come forward if we need to.
Over the roof.
Yeah, so we'll clip to here, reclip to there and go over the roof. And we've got the green run running down the centre if we need to get to the back. So hopefully we've covered all areas. Hopefully we just don't need it at all. So yeah, it should be all good.
Morning, it's 24 hours into our passage across the Gulf of Carpentaria. We've travelled about 150 miles, so we're averaging about 6.5 knots. Making up for yesterday, we were very slow. We had almost no wind, only about 5 knots, 4 knots. But during the night we picked up to constant 25, gusting near 30, and the seas have ramped up dramatically as well. So I'll try and get a shot out the back showing some of the waves, but yeah, it's a very confused sea out here. We get waves from 2 or 3 directions, and if they hit together you get a big wave pipe. This morning's project is our VHF microphone that stopped us transmitting last night, just randomly, but we've already done a fix, so I thought I'll check what the problem was, and it's exactly what I thought it would be, but a different one. So on my little soldering tool here, that's the button for the microphone, and I've already soldered that red wire once, and now the black wire's come off. So not sure quality control on that in the B&G. Everything else I love on B&G, but the microphone's been a bit of a pain, so we'll get the soldering iron on and we'll solder this back up and test again. Middle of the Gulf, or 2/3 across, and we've been tracking this tanker here for quite a while on the AIS, and finally he's just going past us out the side here. So it's sun setting on night 2 of our crossing of the Gulf. Hasn't been too bad on wind. We've had up to 25, maybe getting close to 30 knots last night. It's been 18 knots a day, but the waves here are very confusing. They're small, suddenly you'll get a 3-metre breaking wave. It's just, and they're coming from every direction. So looking forward to getting into Gove tomorrow and crossing it off. It's a really magic sunset. The
camera isn't giving it justice. It's a lot more red than what it shows on here.
We've finally made it across the Gulf after 2 nights, 2 very, very long nights. So we're just coming across to Gove, and we're just going to go around the point so we can get into some well and truly protected water for a good night's sleep tonight, hopefully. The hardest part is the town is on this side of the peninsula, little peninsula there, but we have got to go all the way around onto the other side. Oh, fishies died.